Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Some of you guys might give a shit, some of you guys might not. It's no big deal either way. But wanted to show off what I've been working on. It's a 7 foot wide by 12 foot Hallmark V-nose trailer tandem axle. I bought it used as a 2020, paid 3,800 bucks for it. It's in really good shape. You know, out the door I think it was more like 43. But I've slowly been converting it into a weld trailer. The idea was not that I do a pile of welding in the field, but every time I do go, I have to load my truck up, deal with that shit. It takes an hour. You're hoping you remembered everything, and it kind of gets old, you know. So what I did, the other reason was I have a garage, and my garage is packed. I have all this equipment sitting around my garage. I actually am fortunate enough that I have enough stuff to keep a shop in the garage as well as this trailer. So it gets frees up space in my garage as well. So let me get the camera turned around. I want to show you guys what I've done so far. I think it's pretty sweet. If you guys have any questions, you know, on what I did or have any suggestions, let me know, because you know, I haven't even used the trailer. I've done one small job, but it's far from complete yet. But most of my stuff is in it right now. So let me get the camera turned around. See, here's my garage. She's packed. I just got equipment that I'm not even going to use in the trailer. This is a Milwaukee mag drill. I have a Palcon plasma cutter that actually runs off of direct current. So instead of plugging it into a 240 outlet, you actually hook your positive terminal off your stick welder to the back of that, and I've cut 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4. I have this S22 P12 feeder. She's an old girl, but you can run the 14 pin to the face of your power source, and you can control your voltage and amperage right from there. And then I have an XRA extended reach wire feeder there. This is a customer's. That's my plasma cutter 1100 that I'm keeping in the garage here. Have some equipment back there, but let me turn around. This is the trailer. All right, when I got it, it was plain wood. There was, you know, it wasn't painted, wasn't nicked up and shit. I ended up using a Valspar paint. I think it's a concrete paint, and the concrete paint has a texture in it, like a sand. So it's super, it's grippy. You're not gonna bust your ass. Stuff's not gonna slide easy on it. I did put a runner in here, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it here yet, but for right now in the winter months, you know, it's nice. Might get dirty, but for the most part, I think I should be able to take a leaf blower or something, blow the big stuff out. The walls, actually the doors back here, I ran out of primer. You can see there's 2 different colors, but this was just the standard. The floor and the doors, which are the same gray, and then the walls are a different primer gray because I didn't need texture on the wall. I sprayed the walls with just a sprayer that I had, and it worked out well. Took more paint than I thought. I did all these floors, just to give you an idea. I did the floor 1 coat, and these doors with 1 coat, and it took me one bucket, 1 gallon. So, you know, I'll give you an idea of how much paint you're going to need for a trailer. Starting in the front here, I have diamond reels mounted right to the floor. I got 50 foot right now of 3/0 on there. I have more cable. I have a pile. I probably have another 200 foot total of 2/0. So I'll probably end up putting them on, but for the most part, I don't think I'm going to be working that far away from it. So I didn't want to put extra load on or extra resistance on things if I didn't need to. These diamond reels are nice. They're made in the USA. It says American made right on them. I have heard from our field service guy at work who has them on his service truck, and also the guys at work, that the bearings do kind of shit out, and I guess the reason for that is the current is actually going through, through your bearing to get to your lead. They do on coil, so that's why I put a piece of pipe there. When I do coil them up, I kind of notch that in there, and that kind of keeps it. Okay. Evolution chop saw, which is probably going to go back in the garage here because I use it a lot. I just thought that was a good spot for it. Great saw. Amazing saw. Everyone should have one if you're doing fab work. There's not enough. I don't have enough good things to say about it. I do like the Diablo blades. The other blades that are really good are MK Morse blades. Both really good. I think from a price point, the Diablo blades are a better blade. More cost effective. Toolbox, I took the wheels off of it. It is a 42-inch toolbox, Series 3 from Harbor Freight. It is lagged to the wall on the back and lagged to the floor in 4 spots, and 4 spots on the back wall here. Okay. My plan with that is I'm going to get a piece of 1/4-inch plate. I think it'll be 41 3/8 inches wide, and then I'm actually going to go to the 2-inch lip here. I don't want to get too wide and be busting my hip off of it as I walk in and out of here, but I would like the vise to be able to hang out a little bit, so the jaw line will miss these drawers or miss the edge of the toolbox. And I'm debating how to make that removable in case I don't want it here. The other thing is, if I go with the thickness, a 1/4 inch, this is so close to not hitting. If I raise the vise up a 1/4 of an inch, that'll clear and I won't have to worry about it. So, and I have bigger vices. But a buddy of mine gave me this, and what is that? I don't even know. MIT. It's perfect for this. I do have LED lights. Just got done with them. They do not run off the truck. They run off of a DeWalt battery. Okay, they're 20 volt. Just wired them all up, got them mounted, and it is really slick. If you go in here, you can charge your phone from it. I actually bought this box on Amazon. I think it was $139 pre-wired. But if you look in here, you can run different circuits for different things. There is a voltage protection, so you don't completely consume your battery. It's supposed to cut off, if I remember right, 11 volts is what I have it set for, so you don't completely drain your battery. But super easy to hook up. Red to red, black to black. Run them through. So, yeah, and then the lights, I have 4 on each side. That side goes back a little bit further to get in that corner. They are also independently, you can independently turn them on and off if you wish to. So, hose reel, 50-foot hose reel, 3/8 inch hose. This is a Vevor. This hose is kind of a little hard, but it's also 30 degrees out. Made these mounts. I wanted them at a 45-degree angle so I can drag them out of the trailer. So, kind of see what I did there. Everything is lagged with self-tappers that I pre-drilled to the studs, the steel studs in here. Okay. Air compressor. Air compressor runs off of 110, obviously. This is a dual fuel generator by Champion. I removed the gas tank because I didn't want to run another gas. I didn't want to run gas in here, and I wanted to stack these. So I'm going to make a mount or buy a mount for my propane cylinder, let that sit in the back corner. This is a 9,000 watt generator, as well as my air. Plus it is electric start, which makes it nice. So I have air and I have another 9,000 watts. So I could run a plasma cutter, a little MIG machine off of this, and do just fine. Okay. Back to the front. Probably should have started with this, but this is my Trailblazer 302. Great machine. Got a hell of a deal on this. Hours, 659 hours, so it's relatively low hours. Can do pretty much everything I need to do that with that machine, with the exception of AC TIG welding. I went with the E-Track down the sides here. The E-Track allows you to, clip your cylinders in and out, or whatever else you need to do. You can mount them horizontal or vertical. Have acetylene, oxygen. I have my argon, and I have my 75-25 mix there. Okay. I don't like them this close together. I would like the regulators all to come out the right side of the cylinder, so I might try to find some pipe and make spacers to space these out a little bit. Just give you more room to work. And that I'm gonna have to, I think I have a taller acetylene. I think I'm gonna go with that. And that'll allow me to use these little jumpers to get up to the reel up here. Onto the reels. Same concept. These two are mounted at a 45. This is actually, this swings, but I gotta put a pin in it yet so it doesn't pivot like that. This reel, is it a 50 footer? I think this is a 50-foot reel. I don't think it's 100, but 1/4 inch twin hose, mounted at a 45 again. I got to take all this stuff off it yet and either paint this or clear coat it so it doesn't rust. But that's your Western Quick Connects. Works out great. Said I haven't really used it yet, but I don't know why it wouldn't. This is 12 gauge wire, and the reason why I went with this reel was this reel, most of them have a circuit breaker built in. This one, I don't know if you can see, it does not. Those circuit breakers, if you're running like a little inverter MIG machine or stick machine or whatever, they tend to trip. I have one up there in the garage, and even if I use this saw sometimes, I don't know if I hit it at a bad spot on the motor or what, but like every once in a while it'll pop that. And that's a dedicated, the one in the garage is dedicated. It's not like anything else is running. So all this stuff came from Amazon, guys, and it's I probably have $800 in all the reels. This obviously I had a little bit more, and I think they were $300 or $400 maybe, and then all the cable. Cool thing over here is this is my argon line. Okay, that unlocks it, and if I need to pull anything off, I can. Now, Iron Ton is sold by Northern Tool. It's also, if you go on eBay, you can get it on eBay. This isn't buttoned up yet. I still got to put this guy on, but it's for air hose. With that being said, you can get these adapter fittings. This one right here, you get 2 of those guys, and it goes from quarter NPT to 3/8 NPT, and allows you to run an argon hose, which is really slick. So now you run this. Oh, let me look up here. This tube, which is actually the bracket that holds it, is actually your tube that delivers it. There you can see the adapter right there. So you have it going in, or you have it coming through this loop right to your bottle right here. And then if you need it, you put these quick connects on for your inert gas. This threads into the back of your feeder, and this stays on your hose. Obviously, you pull her out, you pop that on. Now that should thread into a suitcase, that should thread into a MIG machine, that should thread into a TIG welder, whatever you want to run through here. My only concern about doing this is probably, I think, at least 50 foot of hose. Every time you turn this on and purge this, you have all that gas in there. And if you're just going to do a little weld, you're going to fill all that up. chances are it'll bleed off over time. Whereas if you just use a short jumper hose, you know, you're not wasting all that gas. But here, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have a Hypertherm plasma cutter, a PowerMax 600 that I want to put in here. It's probably just going to be on the floor. But I also have some cables in this locker I'm going to show you that I need a spot for. So I thought about bolting or welding on some hooks onto that 6-inch flat bar. But this, I still need to connect the hose to here, which I'll probably make that a quick connect. If I ever need to move this, then I can just unplug it. Gotta get that mounted. In here is just miscellaneous stuff. One of these boxes I use for work, for demo stuff, and then the one, I actually found that one along the road. I think it says another guy's last name. It is not stolen. Yeah, I think I use this one for my demo stuff, but I got demo grinding wheels and cutting wheels and electrode holders and spray powders, things like that. So this one has tools in it from the job I did last. But these can come off the wall. I might put some type of shelving system here if I can find some like shelves out of a van or something, so I can just kind of get rid of these. Not sure yet. Got some wasted space right here. Maybe I can hang some leads there. I have this locker itself is 4 foot wide, and it's at an angle because the trailer is a V-nose. And if I put it flat up against, I had all that wasted space behind it. All right. I can see my battery cut off. That's pretty slick. I think there's actually, might be a timer. Huh. Yeah, actually it's not a timer. Must have cut off because of that. Hang on a second. Let's run over here real quick. Let's try a different battery. She might have got down to 14 volts and said that's enough. I'm killing it there, which I thought it was less than that. All right, we're back. And we're at 18 volts, so good. Simple as that. All right, so long story short, the locker is 4 foot wide. It's on an angle because of that. I have this space now. If I put it flat against the V-nose, I had an empty hollow space behind it, which was silly to me. And I didn't want to put it on the wall. If I put it on the wall, I would have been open the doors, and you know they swing out pretty good. Actually 2 feet, so it is banged up. I got it at a flea market, but it is a nice reinforced cabinet. You can get more shelves. You can lock it so the doors don't swing open. Right now what I got is just some welding machines, feeders, things that I don't want floating around the floor. I have a Pro Weld Omni 210. That machine is literally does every process. MIG, TIG, and stick, and it also does AC TIG. Has a foot pedal, it's high frequency, has pulse. It's a badass machine for the money. But I can do everything from that one machine. Dynasty, Miller Dynasty. So I got AC and DC TIG as well as stick capabilities there. I have an arc reach suitcase, which my engine drive is not arc reach friendly. And what arc reach gives you is voltage adjustment at the feeder instead of walking back to the power source, which I don't have. So it just operates wire speed here, and on the feeder I control the heat. Sawzall, mag drill, portaband, PPE stuff in there, gloves, knee pads, all kinds of goodies. And then these are the leads I'm talking about. I got all these extra leads and cables. I have these adapters made up to run off, plug into the generator here to get me the standard 50 amp 3-prong, so I can run a welding machine off of that. And then the same thing as the yellow one. The yellow one's the same thing, just a little bit longer. I have an extension cord for a plasma cutter or a welder, 50 amp, and then these are all just extra leads, electrode holders. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, there's some things. Maybe I'll hang the leads. Maybe I'll hang the leads here because this is kind of a waste of space. I also have a 100-pound propane tank, which I thought about putting in here. I don't know. It's a lot of propane to haul around when this is probably only going to get ran here and there. But there she is. That's the trailer as she sits. Like I said, I'm proud of what it's turning into, and I am excited to use it in the field. The toolbox, I plan on putting have a drawer with my grinding wheels, cutting wheels, flappers, sanding discs. I'll have the bottom drawer there on the left will probably be a few grinders. I'll have hammers in there, basic hand tools. I do have some clamps in there now, so it will be a toolbox, but it will be hand tools and geared towards welding, obviously. So anyway, thanks for checking it out. Questions, comments are appreciated. I can take constructive criticism. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Like I said, I got a pile of wall space back there that I can utilize. But anyway, thanks for checking it out. God bless. Have a good day.